bust through the crazy mind. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. What's going on, world? I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And this particular video is going to be about the haves and the have-nots, the season finale. Now, for some reason, I don't know why I thought there was another episode coming on after this. I was a bit bummed. I really was a bit bummed. I thought Benny was gonna fucking come back from Vegetableville. Like, I really did. Like, there were a lot of things that I really wanted to be resolved this particular season, because stretching it out into the next season I just want something new to happen in the next season. Kind of like what happens with The Walking Dead. Sorry. You know that when a new season starts of The Walking Dead, it's not just going to be a continuation. There are going to be other things happening in The Walking Dead. I feel that the haves and the have-nots could have resolved all of these freaking storylines and these plot lines and this everything that's fucking going on in this goddamn show in this particular season. Here's my, and I'm gonna dig in a little bit to all the characters, okay? Here's what could have been resolved. Excuse me. Here is what could have been resolved. The whole situation with Candace and Jim. I think that the fact that Candace and Jim's relationship is what's driving the vehicle right now for this particular show, it's annoying. Because we went through it already in season 1. Now we're going through it now again. In season 2, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, is season 2 it? Is this it? Because I mean, after what Jim did to the broad at the end of the show, I mean, is this it? But you know, I get annoyed. I'm gonna tell you why I get annoyed. I get annoyed because I'm seeing this beautiful black girl, okay, entertain this old man, okay, for kicks and giggles. I'm thinking to myself, this girl is not getting anything out of entertaining this old man, destroying a marriage, or helping, aiding to destroy a marriage. Like, she gets nothing out of it. Candace has not gotten anything from doing all of the shit that she's done, period. Okay, she got a car, great. Whatever. That car ended up getting Benny, locked up for a couple days. Okay, fine. She got $100K. Whatever. Like, I don't understand why she continuously does the things that she does. I really want to know what the hell is going on with Candace. What the hell happened between her and Hannah? I know her and Hannah had some issues, whatever. Okay, fine. We talked about, okay, she got a grandchild. We don't know what the grandchild looked like. We don't know nothing about a grandchild, but, she was just a rebellious child. Okay, fine. There are always the rebellious children in a family household. Why is that driving this girl, okay, to want to have to dig in to this old man for 2 seasons worth? I don't understand it, because Candace can do so much better than Jim. So much better than what she does, generally speaking, in her life. Like, I just don't understand it. And, I like the development. I'm sorry if I'm loud, but I like the development of Candace practicing law and trying to take the bar exam and all that. I loved that part with Candace. I love that part with Candace. I loathe the part with her and Jim. I loathe the part with her manipulating Amanda. I loathe the part with her getting Amanda raped. I'm sorry. It is Candace's fault why Amanda got raped. And out of everything that she's done, it's been for naught. Because I don't see the benefit. I don't see the benefits at all. And it annoys me because I like Candace when she's stable. I like Candace when she's nice. But any other time, I get annoyed with her. So I'm like, The storyline between Jim and Candace should have been resolved. That whole scene with Candace and Jim in the campaign office and Jim kissing on her and all that extra shit. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, that could have been his way of leading her to the park and then getting her kidnapped at the end. But I was still a bit annoyed. Like the fact that Candace even thinks that she could just waltz up at the goddamn campaign just because she got this fake baby. Like, I don't know. It feels like the storyline between the two of them is like a 5-ton anvil, okay, hanging from the Empire State Building, tied to a piece of yarn. Impossible, right? The yarn would pop. I think this story needs to fucking pop. I'm over it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm over it. Another story that needed to get resolved, another storyline that needed to get resolved this particular season is the story between Hannah and Candace. I don't understand why Hannah is still mad at Candace. I don't get it. I don't understand why Candace can't let us know where the fuck the her damn child is. It is aggravating to hear the repetitive storylines over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then I get a little annoyed with Miss Hannah. Miss Hannah was so self-righteous, so spiteful, so not spiritual, and dealing with her own daughter within regards to the death of Benny. The death of Benny. When Hannah found out that Benny died, I damn near lost my mind. But to have her still angry at Candace really pissed me off. It really pissed me off because and you know why it pissed me off? And this is why I'm going to tell you why it pissed me off. It pissed me off because I know for damn sure that there is nothing that detrimental, that serious, that Candace has done as the daughter of any mother, okay? To have it so that the sibling between the two is passed away and she cannot mend. She cannot build that bridge together. I know for a shadow of a doubt when the story comes out into light, it's not going to be that big to have had Hannah hating Candace so much. And for Hannah to be so into God and into forgiveness and into all of that, I just don't understand what the fuck was the problem. I really don't. It really pissed me off for Hannah, the closing of this season. And then another thing that pissed me off with Hannah, because I'm going to go character to character. Another thing that pissed me off with Hannah was when her dumb ass found out that Catherine moved Benny. And she was getting all this information from Benny. Now, here's where things just become a little bit peculiar to me. Okay? The Criers have all this power. Catherine has this power to just move someone out of a hospital into a private hospital and not have anything said about it. Okay? Catherine has the power to persuade the judge that gave power of life of Benny to Tony. Okay? Persuade him to not do anything because his wife was caught up in some adulterous kind of activity or whatever. Like, Catherine has all this fucking power in the world, and I'm thinking to myself, why aren't they in a better position? Like, why aren't they in a better position? Especially with Wyatt and this whole situation going on. It's like, I don't know. I just felt originally it was kind of dumb. Let me get comfortable. Kind of dumb for Hannah to find out all the information, because before I knew that Catherine was going to have the judge like throw the case out, I thought that, they were going to ask her, where is Benny? And she would have had to say something. Because literally when Tony asked, where is Benny? She couldn't answer that question because she didn't know where Benny was. But then when she found out, I know she was just overjoyed about her son being alive. I'm like, you got to think smart. You got to think smart. Catherine did something for the benefit of your son. Something that you did not want her to do because you were being spiteful. Or no, she was being a mother. But self-righteous, like, I don't know, Hannah is getting on my nerves, and like, I'm just thinking to myself, she's asking all this information. What if they ask her about Benny? But of course, Catherine took care of it. Byron and Hannah need to go somewhere and kick rocks. I do not like Byron for Hannah. Byron is a hired double agent for Jim Cryer for Hannah. So I'm not really feeling Byron because right off the rip, he coming from Sidewaysville. Like, them spending time together, them talking about spirituality and religion. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Because at the end of the day, this dude don't mean well. This dude does not mean well. And to be honest, I don't need Hannah getting hurt by no dude. Just because Jim Cryer want to protect his son Wyatt? What? I'm really not feeling it. So I'm not feeling the storyline with Jim and Candace. That should have closed. I'm not feeling the storyline with Candace and Hannah. That should have closed. Okay? Another storyline that I'm not feeling. Maybe. This is another storyline. Amanda. Let's talk about Amanda right now. Okay. Child, this white girl is lost her mind. She has lost her mind. Now, granted, she's diagnosed with this disorder. I don't know what the name of this disorder is. I think schizophrenia or something like that. I don't know. She's been on meds. She stopped taking her meds when she got raped. Now, I can so empathize, not empathize because I haven't gone through getting raped, but I can so feel her with wanting to lash out with rage at the fact that she's gotten raped. But this shit been carrying out through the whole fucking season since season 1. There's nothing else we can do with this child. Let her get her fucking revenge. I'm so tired. I was so tired of Amanda following this dude around, threatening him, doing all this extracurricular shit, and her not doing anything about it. And then her final stage of victory, she's gonna. That damn scene with her stabbing him in the back, that was the wackest. That was the wackest fucking scene I have ever in my life had seen in front of my eyes. The way she grabbed him, she said, ah. He's all like, oh my God, you stabbed me. I'm like, fuck out of here. And she's just sitting there, she's like, and she walks away, I'm like, Tyler Perry directed this and he was okay with this scene. I'm sorry. If somebody gets stabbed by the handle of that knife had girth to it, okay? It was fat. I'm looking around for something to see if I can imitate the girth. It was fat. So when she stabbed him in the back, I'm like, this dude, what? That's all he feeling? He feeling complacent to just be like, no. I'm sorry, if that big ass knife is going in my back, do you know what's here? Like, do you know what's come on, son? And you just, fuck that. Your ass would have been screaming like a bitch. You would, like, I can understand if you get stabbed in the leg. I can get that. Or something like that. But, come on, son. Really? That big ass knife? I'm surprised it didn't even go through his chest. That's how big that knife was. That scene was so fucking fake. I was over that scene. And I'm over Amanda and her fucking plot. I'm over her. I'm tired. Amanda needs to start taking her medicine. Matter of fact, Amanda should have got the lawsuit. Ben should have sued her parents to get the money. That would have been able, then we could be able to go and carry on with Candace's story. To get over it. Because I'm like, when Candace came up, and I know I'm all over the place. When Candace came up and said, I want to move to Atlanta, I said, yes, bitch, move, girl. Because you get on my motherfucking nerves. I don't know, y'all in Savannah right now, you get on my nerves, bitch, chasing after this old ass penis. You need to do something else with your life. Like, for real, do something else with your life. There's enough scandal involved in the have and the have-nots to have this pretty girl whoring around on some old dirty penis. I'm going to just leave it at that. Now, Catherine Cryer. I love me some Catherine. My top 3 favorite characters in the have and the have-nots, Catherine, Veronica, and... I mean, I'm alright with Hannah. I mean, I just didn't like her this season. Towards the end, I didn't like Hannah. But yeah, those are my top three. Those are the old G's, the old female G's. Catherine, she slings her weight around. Now let's talk about Catherine when Candace came into the thing, and when Candace announced that she was preggers. And Catherine got all upset and then gave the call to Hannah. I thought that scene was cool. When Catherine found out that Candace found out that Benny was dead, but of course Benny wasn't dead because Catherine, flew Benny away in a helicopter or whatever the case may be. The look on Catherine's face was just like, what? Does Hannah know? Does Hannah know about this? Candace's like, duh, you dumb broad. Hannah knows. That's my mother. That's her son. Then the whole look, Catherine was upset because she already knew what Hannah was thinking or how Hannah would have taken the news of Benny being dead, so she felt bad about that. I loved how everybody in that room was shook for Candace. But the whole conversation wasn't really going anywhere. It really wasn't until she finally mentioned after 10 minutes of talking that she was pregnant by Jim. Catherine gets upset. She walks out. She runs out. She's in a limo. She calls Hannah. She tells Hannah, baby, I got your big girl. I got your big girl. But Jim, all the while, Jim gives Catherine that call. And then Catherine's like to Hannah, girl, what did you do? What did you do? So I'm like, all right. This is interesting. I like the dynamic between Hannah and Catherine and how this storyline is going to go. Let's talk about my girl, Catherine. No, not Catherine. Veronica. Now, I know a lot of y'all hate Veronica because of what she's doing to Jeffrey. But she's only doing to Jeffrey what Jeffrey allows her to motherfucking do. We're going to call that. We're going to claim that. We're going to claim that. Okay? Because I see that. Okay? I see that. We're going to claim that because here's my thing. Jeffrey is a grown-ass man. If Jeffrey want pinga, he can get pinga. Okay? That's it. He's a grown-ass man. And a lot of times these grown-ass men are blackmailed by their parents to live a life that they don't want to live, and then they feel compelled to do it because they love a certain life and they love a certain standard within that life. Veronica's the G. When she be ready to beat Candace up, Veronica will wail on that girl. And I be wanting to see it because Candace get on my goddamn nerves. I like Veronica over somebody's Candace. That's just me. Veronica takes care of her own. Veronica's not going to cheat on her husband. You're not going to fuck with her family. Veronica's not going to let you do anything to harm anyone that she cares about. She does have a sense of loyalty to some degree, but she'll be loyal to her family before she's loyal to the Criers and before she's loyal to anyone past the Criers. Namely speaking about the goddamn car that she's holding hostage, which the Criers should already know about, but she doesn't. They don't know about it because Veronica's keeping the car hostage to have her son, Jeffrey, portray a fake lifestyle of heterosexuality. So, deep. I get it. Hi, Veronica is that. Don't mess with Veronica. I love Veronica. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I really, really love Veronica. Now let's get into Margaret. See, I mentioned that Margaret was giving the side eye to David and that Margaret was feeling her some David. I mentioned that. But then everybody was like, no, that's not the case. Fuck if it ain't. Margaret gonna walk up to my boy David talking about, damn, David, you look fine. Of course, when she look at Jim, you look cool, whatever, but damn, David, you look fine. I'm thinking to myself, girl, Veronica will whoop your ass. That's what I'm thinking to myself, okay? But this whole agreement that Margaret has with Veronica to dig up the dirt with the prison guard, Candace's ex, I'm thinking to myself, I like the way this particular storyline is going. This is hot. Let's get it going, right? Let's get it going. When Margaret says, you know what, I'm beginning to realize why I like you, Veronica. Veronica goes, I'm still trying to figure out one reason or a reason to even like you. And then she walks off. I thought that whole scene was hot. I really did. I thought that whole scene was hot. Landon and Jeffrey. like I said, Jeffrey is a grown-ass man. Jeffrey can live the life that he wants to live. Jeffrey decides to stay somewhat in the closet to aid Wyatt in this whole situation with dealing with motherfucking Veronica. Now, let me tell y'all one thing. Last episode where Jeffrey played Wyatt, I thought that was hot. I was going to be so pissed if Tyler Perry wrote it in the script for Jeffrey to take advantage of Wyatt like that. I would have been hella pissed because he would have painted a dark ass picture that's already worse for homosexuality. I'm like, Tyler Perry, really? Really? But he didn't. Wyatt did not kiss Jeffrey, and Jeffrey did not kiss Wyatt. I was really pleased by that. So the fact that Jeffrey still wants to have Wyatt's back says a lot about him as a friend, but I just like the fact that he said that Mr. Romney had the bad choice of chicks. I thought that was cool. And then when Landon came over to meet up with Jeffrey and the crew, Landon, you know, says his name or whatever, and Veronica's like, "How you know my son's name? What is this about?" And Landon has to backpedal out of that, like he don't really know Jeffrey. I thought that whole scenario was cute, but I like how Landon is very forward and trying to get Jeffrey to come out of his shell. But here's what I'm gonna tell you, or y'all. You can determine when anyone's going to come out of the closet. Only they can determine when they're going to change their wardrobe. Only they can do that. Don't force someone to do it, because although your life may have been peaches and cream, when they came out, their life, when you came out, but their life could be, you know, an intense situation and really hard to deal with. So you can never force anybody to come out the closet. I will say that. But at the end of the day, I understand where Landon's coming from, because I hate anybody that's as homophobic as Veronica, but I really feel that Veronica is that strong chick, and she's just not dealing with it. It's her way or the motherfucking highway. I love the have and the have-nots. I gotta tell you, I really do. I appreciate the show. I love the show. I hate the fact that Benny has to go through a whole season of being unconscious. Like, really, you could not put him in the script at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just didn't make sense to me. It really didn't. And then David didn't really have nothing happen these last couple of episodes. So, I mean, it really is what it is. I thought it was funny when Catherine told Jim that Amanda wanted to shoot them both. And then Jim was like, "I'm sure she want to shoot you before she shoot me." I don't know about y'all, but I really like the Having a Have-Nots. I think y'all should watch it. What do y'all think about the Having a Have-Nots? Did y'all watch the season finale? Were y'all amped about the season finale? Do y'all think that, how do y'all think Candace is going to make it out of this particular situation? That's what I really want to know. Because she thinks she a bad bitch. She's sitting there talking all this shit. And then here this dude come right behind her back, and then all of a sudden she get got. But Candace, you a bad bitch. That's what you keep telling yourself. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I can't wait to see the next season. I hope it start, you know, relatively soon. I don't want to have to wait 5 to 6 months for the new season to start. I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and share this video on Twitter and Facebook. Click the thumbs up button on all your remote devices to like the video.